Good morning, children. Today we will discuss second chapter of economics, people as resource. First, you see all these pictures. People are doing different type of activities in these pictures. Now, the chapter people as resource is an efforts to explain population as an asset for the economy rather than a liability. Population becomes human capital when there is investment made in the form of education, training, and medical care. In fact, human capital is the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in them. People as resource is a way of referring to a country's working people in terms of their existing productive skill and abilities. Looking at the population from the productive aspects emphasizes its ability to contribute to the creation of the gross national product GNP. Like other resources, population also is a resource. Population is a human resource. This is the positive side of a large population that is often overlooked when we look only at the negative side, considering only the problems of providing the population with food, education, and access to health facilities. When the existing human resource is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, we call it human capital formation. That adds to the productive power of the country just like physical capital formation. Clear? Investment is in human capital through education, training, medical care yields a return just like investment in physical capital. You are also children, you are also physical human capital. Your parents are spending a lot of money on you. After some time you will become a human capital. This can be seen directly in the form of higher incomes earned because of higher productivity of the more educated or the better trained person, as well as the higher productive of healthier people. Now look at this picture. Looking at the photographs, can you explain how a doctor, teacher, engineer and a tailor are an asset to the economy? Not only do more educated and the healthier people gain through higher incomes, society also gains in other indirect ways because the advantage of a more educated or a healthier population spreads to those who also themselves were not directly educated or given health care. In fact, human capital is one way superior to other resources like land and physical capital. Human resource can make use of land and capital. Land and capital cannot become useful or on its own. Without human capital, they cannot work. For many decades in India, a large population has been considered a liability rather than asset. But a large population need not to be a burden for the economy. It can be turned into a productive asset by investment in capital. For example, by spending resources on education and health for all, training of industrial and agriculture workers in the use of modern technology, useful scientific resources, and so on. So, we will discuss here a story of Sakal and Vilas. This is a story of two friends. With the help of this story, you can understand your chapter, how people as resource. There were two friends, Vilas and Sakal, living in the same village, Simapur. Sakal was a 12-year-old boy. His mother Sila looked after domestic works. His father Bhuta Chaudhary worked in an agriculture field. Sakal helped his mother in domestic works. He also looked after his younger brother Jitu and sister Situ. His uncle had passed the matric examination but was sitting idle in the house as he had no job. Bhuta and Sila were eager to teach Sakal. They forced him to join the village school, which he soon joined. He started studying and completed his higher secondary examination. His father persuaded him to continue his studies. He raised a loan for Sakal to study a vocational course in computers. Sakal was intelligent and interested in studies. From the beginning, with great enthusiasm, he completed his course. After some time, he got a job in private firm. He even designed a new kind of software. This software helped him increase in the sale of firm. His boss acknowledged his services and rewarded him with a promotion. Now another story, you can see two family in this picture. One is Sakal's family and one is Vilas family. In circle you can see Vilas family. Vilas was an 11-year-old boy residing in the same village as Sakal. Vilas' father Mahesh was a fisherman. His father passed away when he was only 2 years old. His mother Geeta sold fish to earn money to feed the family. She bought fish from the landowner's pond and sold it in the nearby mandi. She could earn only 150 rupees per day by selling fish. Vilas became a patient of arthritis. His mother could not afford to take him to the doctor. He could not go to the school either. He was not interested in studies also. He helped his mother in cooking and also looked after his younger brother Mohan. After some time, his mother fell sick and there was no one to look after her. There was no one to look after his family to support them. Vilas too was forced to sell fish in the same village. He, like his mother, earned only a month income. Now, do you notice any difference between these two friends, beta? Do you notice any difference between these two friends? In the two cases studies, we saw Sakal went to school and Vilas did not go. Sakal was physically strong and healthy. There was no need for him to visit the doctor frequently because he was patient of arthritis. He lacked the means to visit the doctor. Sakal acquired a degree in computer programming. Sakal found a job in private firm while Vilas continued with the same work as his mother. He earned income like his mother to support family. In the case of Sakal, several years of education added to the quality of labor. This enhanced his total productivity. Total productivity adds to the growth of the economy. This is in turn pays an individual through salary in some other forms his choice. In case of Vilas, there could not be any education or health care in the early part of his life. He spends his life selling fish like his mother. He draws the same salary of unskilled laborer as his mother. So now you can understand what is the role of education and health to making people as a resource. Now you can see this picture, economic activities by men and women. In next video we will explain this.